Hello and welcome to the Telegraph studio and Business Reporter's Future of Insurance campaign, hosted by the Telegraph Online. I'm Alistair Greener and today I'm talking to Julie Rodoloso from Zugar Znap. Good morning.
Good morning.
So why are millennials so obsessed with their smart tech?
That's a very good question. The reality is that now they're officially the largest audience on the planet. They're the biggest users of the internet, and they have an insatiable appetite for content. They can't get enough of it. They are the biggest knowing audience that we currently have on the planet. They're always on, always connected. But that comes with a price, because when they're always connected and they lose contact, they can get quite anxious and stressed. Also, another factor is that the millennials' parents have also been brought up in the internet era. So they too are always connected and always available to stay in contact with their children and their communities and their family. So we have a society that's completely addicted to their devices. I mean, everybody loves their mobiles. But the reality is that when they don't and they lose contact, they become very stressed and very anxious. So and I think it's important that we start to look at how we can help them when this happens.
So why, given the anxiety that they get from losing their gadgets, why isn't insurance on their radar when it comes to protecting themselves?
Oh, come on. I mean, millennials think they're going to live forever. They think they're infallible. Nothing's going to happen to them. They're not going to drop their mobile. They're not going to break their screen. Nothing's going to happen. The reality is that shit does happen. They do break their screens. They do lose their phones. And when they do, the stress is enormous. And how much do they value the cost of being down? And you know, the average cost of a mobile is around about £500. That's a lot of cash. So we need to also bring into the mind that it's good and cool to look after their stuff.
Good and cool to look after their stuff, but the trouble is insurance is still seen as an afterthought. It's not seen as something sexy. As you said, it's not on their radar. So what can we do about that?
Oh, you know, this is my favourite strapline. I always talk about how I'd love to make insurance sexy. No one puts on in red heels and goes out shopping and says, I can't wait to buy some insurance. And the reality is that large corporates and the comparison sites have educated the consumer to buy on price and price alone. Also, large corporates, they're cold, they don't communicate like social media does. And also, millennials are very distrusting of large corporates. But we're about to put that on its head, and we're really excited about that. And we're going to start a campaign called #StupidHappens, because shit does happen. And we want to be there when it does. We want to be there, and our brand stands for on your best day, worst day, every day.
You say that it's about the price comparison sites and so on, but price surely is a factor at the end of the day, because we're talking about the insurance being expensive or perceived as being expensive, and we're talking about high value, high loss. It's a big risk.
Absolutely. But the reality is when you buy on price, the service isn't that great. So a lot of people have had really bad experiences when it comes to claims. They're not covered. The claims experience is slow. It isn't all about price. It's about value for money and getting the right thing. And also the millennials are seriously underserviced.
Well, you talked earlier on about turning everything on its head. So how is it that you can do that at Zugar Znap? What is it that's different about you?
As I said, the loss of a mobile is about £500, but the stress of losing it is huge. And we also know that 47% of all parents pay for the millennials' insurance. So it's only right that we produce a cost-effective product or product range to help them. So at Zugar Znap, we've created a simple policy just for £12 a month. We have got a policy that covers all their gadgets for all the family, whether you're 14, 18, 20, 60, really simple. And not only that, we also have listened to the audience. We're just going live in the Channel Islands Zugar Znap JE with Lord Gary Whip with a ship phone. And the reality is that we've understood that when they go out to festivals, they want to take their basher or their ship phone with them. It's also going to be available in the UK in the next 2 weeks. Naturally, if they're taking their ship phone out, they're going to reduce the frequency for us. But let's just suppose they take their precious iPhone or their smartphone out. We've got an exclusive arrangement with TRS, an amazing claims company, and of course Timpsons. We all know Timpsons. They're in every Tesco's and every Sainsbury's, and there's 3,000 of them. So if anyone claims with us, they can simply call the claim line, they can get a code and they can go to any Timpsons near them, get their screen fixed while they go shopping. If they don't want to go there and they want a duvet day or they're at work, they can simply phone up and DPD will come and pick it up. And that's amazing. This claim service is amazing. So what we've got is we've got an amazing product. Simple product. Covers all the gadgets in your home and all your members. We've got a ship phone to take out on crazy wild nights. But on top of that, we also know that everybody budgets these days. Things are tight. So I, as a CEO and founder, was very adamant that we actually gave more back. So we've given everybody a Snap card worth £2,000. Everybody goes to work, and they go to work because they've got to feed themselves, but they don't. It's not all about work. They also want to go out and go to the cinema and go out and take the kids to the fun fair. So with the Snap card, you can get 2 for 1 at the cinema every night. You can get 2 for 1 in a restaurant, 7,200 in the UK, and there are hundreds of more discounts because we really care. We're giving more back. And our claim service is absolutely fantastic. And that's where the rubber meets the road. When you've lost your mobile and you are having a panic attack, you need to know it's going to be done just like that. And the reality is very few people do that right now. Zugar Znap is a destination platform. What does that mean? That means that we've got millennials who are going to trade with millennials. Isn't that fantastic? We're really turning insurance around. Now we're starting to make it sexy, right? So if you are a artist, a singer, a programmer, a gamer, or an entrepreneur in your bedroom and you're a millennial, we're going to help you trade on the platform so millennials can buy from millennials. Well, that's really, really important. We know a lot about our customers and we're going to learn more and more about our customers when they come onto the platform. And we're going to deliver them content and products and services that really meet their requirements. Let's just take, for example, I don't know if you know that 1 in 4 millennials will have an accident. Fact. And when they have an accident, they have to pay an excess. And a millennial has an incredibly high excess. It could be up to £3,000. And guess what? 47% of the parents are buying it. So imagine you've got a £5,000 car, you have a crash, and it's your fault. It's a write-off. You're only left with £2,000 back. Well, that's not great. We've got a product. I actually helped design this in the UK. It's called Excess Protect. We've got a product that will cover that excess so they get the £5,000 back. And for as little as £14 a year, they can cover their excess. And there are loads more products. I'm really excited about the suites coming out. It's so cool. We're helping on the platform 6 musicians at the moment, and we promote them out. And we're going to do this for a lot of millennials. Anyone who comes on and buys a policy from us, we donate music to the guys, we promote them, but we also donate a bottle of water to kids in need. And that's really important. And we're going to do more and more of that, and especially in the UK. So let me conclude. The millennials are the biggest audience on the planet. Every household has about 8.3 gadgets in their homes. They're seriously uncovered, and this market is seriously underserviced. At Zugar Znap, we're about to turn that on its head and completely change it because we are going to be there on their best day, worst day, every day. We are a world first, and this model will become the norm to retain customer loyalty. So this is the world of Zugar Znap.
Well, one thing's for sure, the millennials are going to keep on losing their smart gadgets, but it's good to hear that there are different products out there to help them get them back and to be insured and to be covered. Julie Rodoloso from Zugar Znap, thanks very much.
Thank you.